Scottsdale, Arizona, Bruce Bochy made it official Monday, announcing the 2019 season will be his final one. We already know where the manager next will be seen representing the Giants. Bochy is a lock to be enshrined in the Baseball Hall of Fame. In fact, he has been a lock since Madison Bumgarner recorded the final out of the 2014 World Series. "To me he's a lock," Giants CEO Larry Baer said about Bochy on Monday. The city of San Francisco is really proud of him, and as he goes through the season we're going to have tributes. But I think the ultimate tribute will be Cooperstown. To us it's a no-brainer. There are 10 managers in MLB history with at least 3 World Series titles, and the other 9 are in the Hall. As if that third title wasn't enough, Bochy enters the 2019 season with 1,926 wins, placing him 11th all-time. The 10 men ahead of him on that list all are in the Hall, too. Bochy's legacy is secure, and on Monday, he kick-started what should be a year-long celebration of one of the best managerial careers in MLB history. Bochy told his players that the 2019 season, the final one of his current contract, will be his final one as a manager. "It's time," Bochy said on Monday. "It's been an unbelievable ride. There's so much to be grateful for. With the players, the city, the fans. This will be Bochy's 25th season as a manager and 13th in San Francisco." The Giants aren't projected to be in playoff contention, but Bochy believes in the group that has been put together, and he has made it clear that this isn't to be viewed as a rebuilding year or a retirement tour. If his players can keep up their end of the bargain and exceed expectations, Bochy could hit a few more milestones. Bochy is 74 wins away from 2,000, and that should be a relatively easy mark to hit. If the Giants can throw 9 more wins on top of that, Bochy would move past Leo DeRocher, 2008 wins, and place himself in the top 10 all-time in managerial victories. An improbable 90-win season would give Bochy an even .500 record, 2026 to 2026, as a big league manager. Related, Bochy likes what he sees of switch pitcher Vendy Safar. Bochy will finish well above .500 in the postseason, where it really matters. He's 44-33 in the playoffs and ranks 4th all-time in wins. The greatest of those might have been that final game of 2014, when Bochy handed the ball to Bumgarner in the middle innings. A few days later, Brian Sabean, his boss and close friend, stood on the steps of City Hall and introduced Bochy as our Hall of Fame manager. "Soon enough, he will be, even though I'm retiring, I'm looking forward to one more shot." The Giants' world was rocked Monday, when Bruce Bochy announced that this coming season would be his last as manager for San Francisco. It had been on Bochy's mind for some time, and he thought it best to have everyone on the same page heading into what will be his final season in the dugout. "It was important for me to tell them that, and really to get it out," Bochy told NBC Sports Bay Area's Amy Gutierrez during an exclusive interview following his announcement. "So I could be honest with everybody and get it behind us, and it wouldn't be a distraction for myself, Farhan, Zadie, Larry, Baer, the team, everybody. We can concentrate on baseball." Suddenly, the 2019 season has taken on a whole new meaning for the Giants. Yes, a return to contention after the last 2 dismal years is certainly high on the list of goals. But now, each time they take the field, there's going to be an element of win, one for the skipper, to it. There are bound to be numerous pit stops along the way, at which point Bochy will be honored for his vast contributions to the Giants franchise, including, of course, 3 World Series titles in a span of 5 years. Of the 9 other former managers in MLB history to win at least 3 World Series titles, all of them are already in the Hall of Fame. Bochy will surely join them there. Related, next stop, Cooperstown, why Bochy is Baseball Hall lock. But if it's up to Bochy, those in-season ceremonies will be kept to a minimum. "That's not what this is about," he told Gutierrez. Whether or not he gets his wish remains to be seen. But no matter what, you can count on a whole lot of reminiscing over the next 7 or 8 months, depending on how successful Bochy's final season is. Heck, it's already begun. In their conversation, Bochy was asked about his favorite memories as the Giants skipper. One immediately came to mind, and for good reason. This one's probably pretty obvious, but when I handed the ball to my son coming out of the bullpen, that's a moment I'll never forget. Outside of specific memories, a constant one that holds a special place in Bochy's heart is the endless support he's received from Giants fans over the last 12 seasons. Related, Giants players determined to send Bochy out on high note. That was the one constant that I always had and the team always had over my tenure there, Bochy said, is that they've always been there. Bochy and the Giants plan to figure out a future role for him with the organization, so it's not as if he'll disappear from it. In fact, Bochy doesn't intend to go far at all. It's just amazing how well I've been treated up there, Bochy said of San Francisco, and that's where I'm sure I'm going to end up making my home because that's home for me. Scottsdale, Ariz. A few longtime Giants knew what was coming Monday morning, but for most of the players gathered in the clubhouse at Scottsdale Stadium, Bruce Bochy's announcement was a stunner. Bochy gives a speech every year before the first full squad workout of the spring, and he started Mondays by telling his players that he's retiring at the end of the season. He then quickly moved on to discussing the spring schedule. As players started to digest the news, many came to the same conclusion. The main thing definitely is that we've got to end this on a high note, left-hander Derek Holland said. We've got to take him to where he needs to be and get him that last game in October, not September. Despite what happened the past 2 seasons, veterans have spent the last 2 weeks talking about getting back to the postseason. They now have a rallying cry, win one for the skipper. Make sure Bochy's career doesn't end Sept. 29 with the final game of the season. All 3 veterans who spoke after Monday's announcement gave some variation of "we have to help Bochy end on a high note." Related, next stop, Cooperstown, why Bochy is Baseball Hall lock. It was an emotional day for the Giants, and Holland, Brandon Belt, and Pablo Sandoval spoke of what Bochy has meant to them. Holland pointed out how cool it was to face Bochy with the Rangers and then get to pitch for him. Belt pointed out that Bochy is the only manager he has played for. Sandoval chose to honor Bochy at the Coaching Corps Game Changer Awards last month, and he was hit hard during the Monday morning meeting. It was emotional, Sandoval said. But at the same time, we've got to go finish strong for him. Sandoval said he'll stop by Bochy's office soon to reminisce a bit about their time together. That will continue all year, especially for players like Belt, Buster Posey, Brandon Crawford and Madison Bumgarner, who have never known anything but a Bochy clubhouse. Those who have played for Bochy for years thought this news was coming, but that didn't soften the blow. I was a little shocked, Belt said. You think it might be coming, but it's still a little surprising to hear coming out of his mouth. Related, Giants, Bochy plan to figure out future role with team. Belt said Bochy told the Giants how much he believes in the group. Bochy is happy with the free agent additions, and the Giants believe they're flying under the radar. That would add to one last Bochy run. Nobody is expecting us to do it, Holland said. That makes this story even better.